Hi, everybody. Happy Saturday night here on casterscorner.com. We're here for your live toy of the day. Thanks for joining us. Remember to go to casterscorner.com for close-ups of these figures and, of course, the archive of all of our previous videos. And remember to hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. We really appreciate it. So this way you're notified when we do a new video, which is every day. But the more of you that subscribe, the more stuff we get to do, which is always great. And follow us on all social media. We are at Castor's Corner, as well as listen to the podcast, the Cornercast on Apple Podcasts, which is with Blaine from Blainer Things this week. So now that I get all that out of the way, you're here for the toy of the day. So we're taking a look at 3 toys tonight. I threw in the third one because there wasn't enough difference between one of these 2 figures. These 2, there wasn't enough of a difference to really give him his own review because there are only slight variations on the 2. So I figured, we'll do them both at the same time. And since we did the Flash, which was technically his wave already, it just felt like he was going to get thrown into a bin and never get talked about. So why not just get him done here? So we're taking a look at 3 figures today. The funny story is I actually got these probably about 1 year ago. March, April. I picked these guys up. I remember coming home with them. I remember filming a video. It might have been a review of them. I don't know. And really just not being happy with the quality of it. I didn't know what I was doing, and we didn't have this beautiful lighting. And anyway. We didn't have beautiful lighting in episode 1 either. But I let enough people get into my head that I kind of questioned whether or not I should do the videos. And so these guys sat on my back porch for a very long time. And I thought it was appropriate to pick them up again since we're rock and rolling with these reviews now. So the Arkham Asylum game, hands down, is one of my favorite video games ever. And one of my favorite video game series. I think Arkham City might have been my favorite of the 3 of the trilogy of them. And the newer ones are okay. I wasn't really happy with the Montreal versions of them. Night was good. Asylum was good. City, I think, was newest. Like it was the freshest take on it. And it had the most fun to it. And I definitely bought the most figures from Arkham City. I bought most of the DC Collectibles ones. I think I'm still missing Solomon Grundy and Mr. Freeze. And someday I will track those down. They were just too expensive at the time. So, and now I look at the figures I buy and I go, I mean, the May FX behind me, and I'm like, oh yeah, no, they were not expensive compared to those. So McFarlane jumped off the gun with these guys. They made them a set. They came out together. And I don't know. I have the DC Collectibles versions of both of these guys. I think they're not without their faults. But here's the thing. I can do this with my McFarlane one on camera without worry that he's going to snap into a million pieces like a piece of glass. My DC Collectibles one, I think I went through 3 of them, 2 or 3 of them. They just kept breaking. And it wasn't like I was doing anything abnormal with them, just normal posing. And there wasn't a great amount of articulation in the old one. I know I'm talking about the old one, that just doing this would have broke it. So right off the bat, McFarlane Toys did a great job because I can actually pose this guy. We can make him, look like he's just having fun. We can, make him look like the Joker in the game, like really just kind of pose him out, which is great. He's in his normal suit. I really like the Joker belt buckle that's on there. The drooping flower. This just screams Mark Hamill. It really does. It's one of the best Joker figures I actually own. This Joker comes with a pistol, revolver. I don't know what you want to call it. I'm not a gun guy. But he comes with his revolver from the game, which is fine. It's a great accessory. It's cool. It's got 2 paint schemes. It's got the handle grip and the rest of the gun which is great. Pistol, whatever. He comes with 2 little Joker bombs. Wouldn't be a show without me dropping something. So the wind-up teeth. The problem is he can't really hold them. I mean, this hand, I guess, is made to hold them, but they kind of just balance there. It took a lot of practice, and I'm really supporting this. But just as far as posing them on your shelf with them, they'll probably be on the ground, to be honest with you. So it was a pretty good one. And then when you take a look at this Joker, he's missing the belt buckle. He does not have a belt buckle on this one. He's got a new head. He doesn't have he's got the flower on the opposite side. So he's got a different overlay for his chest. But as far as the bones of this figure, same feet, same legs, same arms, just a couple of slight differences. I've seen people repaint this one, just the face, because for some reason, they gave him these really weird red eyes. And I mean, I guess it matched the infected Superman from the Merciless Wave, which is back there somewhere, and on the docket at some point. I don't know why they really want the red eyes. I saw some people take the red out, repaint it white, made it look really, really good. Would have been the definitive Joker had they done that. So I think that's, and the hair, the little, curl in the hair, just, I think it's one of the better Jokers that is out there today. And again, same articulation, no worry about breaking. He comes with the oversized comical revolver, and his crowbar, which would be great to pose with the red hood. Now the problem is the crowbar is way too thin for his hand, so it is almost impossible to get it to stay in the up position, because eventually it does just slide right down. So I would say that's a drawback. Yes, that red face was a bad idea. And I'm not talented enough to repaint said eyes. So I'm just going to leave them as is, but someday down the road. The final figure in the wave, I guess, is Batman from Arkham. Now they nailed the look. I think the armor, I think the detail on him, the belt, everything's perfect. I guess I just wasn't a fan of the design of the head. He's just too long and pointed for me, which this could have been the definitive Batman for me up on my shelf, but that face, that head just doesn't work. I'd almost want to transplant it to another figure, maybe Thomas Wayne, or maybe the Grim Knight would look really good on here. I'm not sure. I haven't tried to do the swap. Flowing cape kind of also helps support him when he's standing, which is great. He definitely poses out. He's got good articulation, not hindered at all, which is great. He's a heavier figure. He comes with a bunch of accessories. He comes with the claw gun. I think this is from a different game. I don't think he had this in Asylum. He comes with 2 batarangs, one extended, fully extended, one folded that would have been in his pouches. He suffers from the same problem the Joker does. He can hold the gun. He can hold the claw gun pretty well. No problem there. But when it comes to holding the batarang, the hands are just way too wide open. And I mean, okay, that's going to prove me wrong. There we go. Balance it there. It balances for a second, but doesn't hold in that position. The hands are just too open to hold something that small without kind of swallowing it whole. I mean, he would have to hold it by the middle, not by the ends. So I wish they gave him at least one hand where that was there. And then he comes with a little smoke bomb, which, I mean, it's fun. It's a fun accessory. It's great to add to Batman's arsenal if you're going to build a Batcave and things like that. I think it's a really good Batman. I really do. Minus the head. It kind of just comes in like this. It kind of weirdly kind of comes into the chin. The ears are just way too long. They kind of bend and warp a little bit. But I went back and looked at the designs from the game. I mean, this looks like if you were to put this up to your TV, well, for me, it would be up to my TV. But for you, if you put this up to your TV next to the Arkham game, it looks like shot for shot, like the Batman from there. So I think, they did a good job matching the looks. they definitely did give the Joker a little more of a receding headline than he did in the game, but that's what you get. So yeah, so I mean, these three, they're still out on shelves. They are in abundance. I just saw the Joker at Target. I saw this Joker. It's just he's shipping with the new John Stewart. So there's 3 more of him hitting the shelf every time a John Stewart hits the shelf. And this Batman, I think they're easy to pick up in the Walmart game section. So like these are still out there. They're still relevant. Even though we got this one over the summer and this one a year ago, or this one, I don't know, maybe the fall. So they're still out there, so you can still go get them. Thanks for watching, guys. Remember to follow us. We are at Kastor's Corner on all social media. Also, check out our podcast with Blaine from Blainer Things on Apple Podcasts this week. And coming up in 2 days, our new podcast is going up with Matthew K. From the Foosh, which is Matt and I have been friends for a while, so it was great to actually sit down and have a conversation and talk about all those custom dioramas we were working on. So go check that out on Apple Podcasts. We're the Cornercast Podcast. And follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We're at Kastor's Corner. And for everything, go to the website, kastorscorner.com. Thanks for watching, guys, and we will see you tomorrow. I'm hoping what I thought was coming today will show up tomorrow because I think you all are going to like that review because we've got a lot to talk about there. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow night.